por favor, señores and señoritas. I need to find my stream. There it is. Alright. We'll just leave that right there for now. How you doing, everyone? Welcome. Welcome. It's been a while. It's been a while. I know. I know I said I would start doing these every Thursday, but you know things with my unfortunate real job have been a little on the crazy end lately. So I really haven't had a whole lot of time for my streams. Get my headphones. Definitely need to get better headphones. I am a professional streamer. I promise you people. Would I lie?
Regular knows it.
I'm thinking about you. Was that even the right one?
Oh, I said that
No, that wasn't the right one. That was, yeah. Oh, but hey! Don't do that to me. Moving back here. Alright, now I gotta change my audio settings accordingly. And headphones. Okay. They're working. Alright, so tonight, for your viewing pleasure, we have 3 videos. One from Sarah Spooks, one from Nuke's Top 5, and of course we finish off with Depths of Despair. Yeah, it's crazy how much scarier Depths of Despair's videos are compared to Nuke's Top 5, because, you know, before, and with all due respect to Nuke's Top 5, because, you know, he still produces a lot of scary stuff, but, you know, for me, Depths of Despair has become the GOAT. He is the GOAT of scary videos now. So, that's it. If you're new, please subscribe, because it really helps me out, and it's free. You know, you don't have to pay for a subscription. I'm not one of those people that will charge money for you to, you know, to quote join, and you get some pathetic NFTs at the end. No, that's not me. I hate those kinds of YouTubers because it's a scam. Yeah, that's pretty much all the NFTs are. It's just a scam. All right, so here we are with Sir Spooks. 13 scary videos, too creepy to ignore. So, grab some snacks, grab a blanket, and let's get into the scary. Merry Christmas.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Number 13, for 13-foot lettuce.
The first
I
video
had
we'll
to.
be taking a look at today comes from TikTok user Haunted House 84. And as you're about to see in a few seconds, that username might be a little too accurate. The clip starts with the homeowner upstairs, and right away.
By the way, I also want to point out I'm a little bit more sniffly than I usually am. I'm fighting a head cold right now, so I apologize in advance if it becomes too annoying.
You can hear a bunch of strange sounds coming from the kitchen downstairs. It's the kind of noise that instantly makes your stomach drop, because you know nobody should be down there. Have a listen.
Hello? That guy sounds way too much like me. That was creepy.
Very true.
He sounded way too much like. I thought that was me saying hello at first. Wow. I thought it was over, but I wasn't ready for what came next.
Even with all that going on, the uploader somehow keeps it together and heads downstairs to investigate. But the second he reaches the kitchen, the sounds suddenly stop. And then he sees this.
I didn't know we had the light on.
You were just robbed by
Multiple
the wet
cupboards
bandits.
are wide open, like someone's been rummaging through them in a hurry. He pans the camera across the kitchen to show the scale of it, and just when it seems like the moment might fizzle out, something happens that completely catches him off guard.
They just forgot to leave the water running.
Out of nowhere,
Oh,
a
hell
kitchen
no.
utensil shoots out of the drawer. The uploader yells, backs away in panic, and as he retreats, the noises kick off again upstairs, almost like whatever's in the house is following him or reacting to him. Then the video cuts off. If we're being skeptical, this could be staged with a simple setup. 3 open cupboards and the utensil pulled or pushed from inside the drawer off camera. Even something like a slightly tilted drawer, vibration or springy drawer track could help launch an object at the right moment. But the paranormal angle is hard to ignore too, especially with the timing. The way the noises stop the instant he arrives, the cupboards sit open like a warning, and then the utensil fires out like a direct response to him being there. It has that classic poltergeist feel. Loud disturbances, objects moving, and escalation when someone investigates. So what do you think's happening in this house? Is it a clever hoax? Something explainable inside the kitchen itself?
Yeah,
Or is that
it's a-
username telling the truth?
It's a
Let me
scary
know your
video.
theories in
It's
the
a scary
comments.
video nonetheless, real or not. It's a good start. Good start to this one. Number 12.
Over on TikTok, a man named Daniel Del Mundo posted a video where he explains he works at a hospital during the graveyard shift. Most nights are normal for him, except this one. Daniel says he was in the middle of a routine task, delivering medication in the unit, when he started getting the unmistakable feeling he wasn't as alone as he thought.
This door keeps on opening and closing.
Like, there's nobody here. I'm not doing the sensor. But it keeps on opening and closing. And I'm alone.
No. Prove it. Go around the corridor to show that there's no one else there. Because, you know, what you're showing us is very easy to fake, especially in a hospital. Go around the corridors, you know, the front office, the desk, show us everything in your vicinity.
I'm alone.
In the video, Daniel points the camera toward a set of hospital doors with motion sensors. These doors are supposed to trigger when someone's there, yet the hallway looks completely empty. Still,
Now the hospitals in my area respond to a button push. You know, doors just like that actually. You know, all you know, someone could be hiding around this corner right here, pushing a button off camera, making the door open, and after a few seconds, it closes back up, and then push the button again to open it back up.
the doors keep opening and closing over and over, like something invisible is pacing back and forth just out of sight. And honestly, if you've ever been alone in a hospital at night, you already know how creepy this is. It's sterile, quiet, and every sound feels amplified, so watching the doors react like that would send anyone's nerves through the roof. Of course, there's a real-world explanation that needs to be considered first. Faulty sensors, weird reflections, a temperature change, airflow, or even something small moving near the detector that the camera isn't catching. Hospitals rely on these systems constantly, so if one sensor is acting up, it could easily create this exact kind of looping open-close behavior. But if the sensors check out and nothing's interfering with them, then Daniel might have had a paranormal visitor keeping him company on shift. Something triggering the doors the same way a person would, without ever showing itself on camera. So what do you think? Glitchy hospital sensors, or something unseen setting them off on purpose? Let me know your theories in the comments. A man named Tristan posted a video to his TikTok account in October 2025,
In another few hours,
and it
the
shows
sun
him sitting
will
quietly in his
rise.
bedroom inside his apartment, almost like he's trying to be as still as possible. Thankfully, it doesn't take long to see why.
Yeah, the uploader of this video, his name is actually Tristan, so... Hence why I made the jokes.
Right from the start, keep your eyes on both doors. One slowly starts opening all by itself. Tristan shifts slightly, and things get even weirder. The hallway door opens further, and at the same time, Tristan's bedroom door closes a little more, like something's moving through the space and reacting to him. In the description, Tristan says he stopped posting for months because he hoped it would calm things down, but it didn't. He claims moments like this happen from time to time, sometimes several days in a row. He also says it's nothing aggressive, but it's still disturbing and heavy over time. Realistically, the simplest explanation is just structural stuff. A draft, shifting air pressure, or doors that don't fully latch. But what makes this clip unsettling is the timing. The second Tristan moves, it's almost like the apartment moves back. Two different doors respond in the same moment, and it gives the impression that something's aware of him being there. So what
Or
do you
maybe another
think?
person,
Just
and
a
it's
weird
hoax.
flowy apartment with doors that never sit right, or something unseen making quiet little moves to remind Tristan he's not alone? Let me know your theories in the comments. TikTok user Monica Munch posted a video to her account in October 2025 that proves even your workplace isn't always safe from weird, unsettling
I'm
moments.
not impressed.
Monica says it was a Saturday at around 7 in the morning and she was completely alone at work. Then she starts hearing an eerie little melody, the kind of sound that feels harmless for half a second, until you realize there shouldn't be anyone there to make it. Listen closely.
I'm at work. I'm the only person here. And I hear. Oh my god, I'm scared. The scary movie says you don't go see what's going on. But what the I'm gonna lose my goddamn shit.
Later in the video, Monica tracks it down and realizes the melody is coming from a children's xylophone. Now on paper, that's a reassuring conclusion, if a kid was actually there. But Monica wasn't just mostly alone, she says she was fully alone. She also mentions in the description that multiple staff members have experienced unexplained events on different occasions. She doesn't go into detail, but even that one line changes the vibe. It suggests this might not be a one-off odd moment. It could be something people have been quietly noticing for a while.
Hey, love. Can I use your headphones by chance? Or are they not even compatible with the computer?
I don't know if they're Bluetooth, but yeah, capability.
Yeah, I don't see a Bluetooth port.
Something to plug in, it's something that's on your phone.
But there is a cable on those headphones.
It's very short. You turn your fan off.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that on occasion in these streams I need to get up and go to the bathroom or get a drink, and these headphones are a bitch to keep taking off and putting back on.
Do it.
I'll be right back, everyone.
I love you. I love you. I said I love you. Hey, Brett.
What?
Come here, Brett.
Yep.
Are you not talking to me?
But hey, I'm the one that picked them up, so.
Bro.
came through. Renee. She left and she didn't say goodbye.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
So, man, I hate myself for doing this. But, considering the alternative, I'd much rather embarrass myself by wearing these and having the fuss with my current headphones. I need to rewind it to see if the
Reassuring conclusion if a kid was actually there. But Monica wasn't just mostly alone, she says she was fully alone. She also mentions in the description that multiple staff members have experienced unexplained events on different occasions. She doesn't go into detail, but even that one line changes the vibe. It suggests this might not be a one-off odd moment. It could be something people have been quietly noticing for a while. And here's the thing, if this isn't paranormal, then it basically has to mean someone played it. Either Monica wasn't truly alone, or someone else was somewhere nearby, out of sight, which opens the door to the possibility.
Huh?
Really?
What?
Bingo, really?
Oh. Just don't.
Of a simple behind-the-scenes setup, not some elaborate effect, just a person you don't see triggering the moment at the perfect time. But if nobody else was there, and Monica's being honest about the situation, then a child's instrument playing by itself in an empty workplace is genuinely eerie.
She's not.
It's playful on the surface, but it feels completely wrong in context, like something using the most innocent sound.
I mean, what's to say that it was even that instrument that was playing the music? It could have been. It could have been a cell phone in the next room programmed to play it after a certain amount of time, or triggered by someone who is hiding in the office, even though she claims to be alone.
Impossible to make sure you notice it. So what do you think? Someone unseen messing with her, or something else entirely sharing that workplace with her?
You're
Let me know
to
your
deliver.
theories in the comments.
You're failing to deliver on this.
The following video was recorded on a home security camera on December 3rd, 2021, and later posted to a TikTok account known as NVJ. It's the kind of clip that can get your heart racing fast. The footage shows a girl sitting on a couch in the middle of what looks like a family gathering or small party. Decorations are set up around the house, and you can hear music playing somewhere in the background, like most people are in another room. At first, everything seems perfectly normal, until in a matter of seconds, the peace gets shattered.
That's better.
Out of nowhere, a cup suddenly flies up into the air and crashes down to the floor with a loud bang. The girl instantly whips her head around, trying to figure out what just happened. You can see her whole energy shift from relaxed to alert in a split second. She gets up and leaves the room, and while she is moving away, the balloon behind her starts acting strange too, drifting and wobbling like it's reacting to whatever just happened. What's especially creepy is how nobody else seems to notice. You don't hear anyone react, nobody comes rushing in, and the room stays empty. Could it be that the music was loud enough, and everyone was busy talking, so the cup hitting the floor just blended into the background noise? Could this be a hoax? Sure, but there's no concrete evidence to support that theory. But the reason this clip sticks with people is the way the cup doesn't just fall, it looks like it gets lifted for a second, then launched down. Combined with the balloon moving right after, it creates that classic something invisible just passed through feeling. So what do you think happened here? A setup, a freak accident caught on camera, or something unseen lurking around the party? Let me know your theories in the comments. A guy on TikTok known as Italiano Mexicano posted a video in September 2025 where he says he's working inside a house he genuinely believes is haunted. He explains his client went into town, meaning he should be completely alone. It doesn't take long for him and us to realize he isn't.
He said he has a lot of these artifacts here. They got an attachment or anything. But yeah. Whoa, what the hell? This is what I'm talking about. You guys heard that?
Out of nowhere, a loud noise comes from somewhere nearby, startling him. He heads downstairs to investigate, but once he's down there, he hears a sound upstairs that bothers him so much, he immediately sprints back up to see what's going on.
This is my client's house. Oh, I swear. Oh my God. Oh, hell. That's what I'm talking about right there. This shit is shaking. There's nobody else in the house with me. I swear. This is where I heard those footsteps at. Oh, what the? Oh, it's coming from here. Oh, it's a little. Oh my goodness.
When he gets back upstairs, he finds the chandelier dangling all by itself. Then he hears another sound coming from the cupboard right behind him, and just to make the whole scene worse, there's a creepy doll sitting on the shelf right there, watching over everything. At this point, it already feels like the house is playing with him.
Now we're starting to get.
But then it ramps up again.
Stuff.
Maybe some of these others were haunted. What the f? Yo, this is moving and this is moving. Why isn't this one moving? I'm used to this already. You know what I mean? Like, don't follow me home. Can you stop this? Stop it right now. Stop. It's going even faster now. Look at this. Look at this. And this one's perfectly. There's no wind. There's no wind at all. Look at the trees outside.
Two more lamps are seen hanging and swaying on their own, while the last lamp stays completely still. That contrast is what makes it so unsettling, because it doesn't look like the whole room is shaking. It looks targeted. As for what happened after he stopped recording, nobody knows. But if I were him, I'd be telling the client I can't come back. At least not without bringing someone with me.
Yeah, like I said, now this is starting to get good. Now it's starting to get into the good stuff.
A woman named Hannah Boleyn uploaded a video to her TikTok in November 2025, and it shows her walking around her mother's workplace when she makes a pretty terrifying discovery. We don't really know why she's there. Maybe she's helping close up, or maybe she's picking something up her mom forgot. Either way, the clip is short, blunt, and gets creepy fast. As Hannah moves through the room like she's looking for something, she spots something right in front of her, and it instantly makes her freeze.
What is it? No, just me process. Let me process that for a second. Ooh. Yeah, I had that same reaction if I was that woman. Yep, gone. I'm just gone.
A creepy doll positioned nearby suddenly moves on its own, and Hannah bolts out of there in pure panic before the video cuts off. Could it be a setup? Sure, if someone was just out of frame, it wouldn't take much to make a doll jolt at the perfect moment. But if she really is alone in her mom's workplace, then a doll moving like that is the exact kind of thing people describe in classic haunting stories. The kind that feels small, almost simple, but hits you like a punch. And yeah, if you've got dolls in your house right now, you're probably not gonna love thinking about this clip when the lights go out. What do you think? Someone unseen messing with her, or something genuinely paranormal?
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out of there.
A video posted on November 14th, 2009 from a YouTube channel known as Miss Big Stevie is sure to keep you up at night, even if you're someone who is usually a bit of a skeptic. In the description of the upload, Stevie writes, quote, "We saw this thing from the window, crouching in the dark in our backyard. It got spooked when we turned the light on, and then we went to see what it was. Thought it was a cat or fox or something like that at first. It moved to the end of the backyard. Not sure how to describe it. It didn't run or walk or fly or scamper or whatever animals usually do, and then disappeared over the fence. Literally disappeared." End quote. Let's take a look and see for ourselves.
It just fucking disappeared.
You don't want that shit.
Do you hear something outside?
Yeah, where's it coming from? There's something like...
Crouching down there.
Yeah, could you get the light? Yeah. What? Yeah, there's something back there. Where did it go? Did you see where it went?
Where? I don't know. I thought it ran down the alley.
At around the 032 mark in the video, you can see some sort of strange creature crouching on the ground in front of the house. Amazingly, Stevie and friends seem more amused than scared, like they can't quite believe what they're looking at. Stevie suggests the entity may be an alien, a Flatwoods monster, or even the Mothman himself. But of course, that's pure.
Alright, I'm calling this one out as fake. Because, you know, normally creatures like that, when they see any kind of change in the environment, even something as simple as a light, they tend to flinch. They flinch because they were taken aback by the sudden change in the environment. That thing stayed completely still. It didn't move at all. That was a puppet. And it was being pulled by another buddy of theirs who was hiding behind the clothes that were hanging on the clothesline. So yeah, sorry, but fake.
Purely speculation. Stevie then went on to say, quote, "The video sucks, but you can see it clearly when it takes off, and then when it flies over the fence at the end. We still have no idea what it was, but needless to say, we haven't gone into the backyard at night for a long time." End quote. Could this be a hoax? It's possible. The upload is old, the quality isn't great, and in low light, a person crouching and moving oddly could easily come across as something inhuman. There's also the chance it's a regular animal being misread because the camera struggles with shapes in the dark. But I also get why this clip stuck with them. The whole reason it's unsettling is the description of how it moved. Not running, not walking, not scampering like you'd expect. And then the claim it basically vanished. So what do you guys make of the footage? The video was uploaded all the way back in 2009, and yet it feels like we aren't any closer to finding concrete answers. But we can definitely theorize. This next video comes from Instagram user Exploratory, and it'll probably make you think twice before stepping into a place you think is abandoned, if you don't already. The uploader says that in 5 years of exploring defunct locations, he'd never experienced anything as terrifying as this. In the moment, he didn't even consider anything paranormal, but later, once he got home and started researching the location, the whole experience took on a much darker tone. One detail worth noting right away: the building still had lights on, so it wasn't some totally dead, boarded up ruin. It comes across more like a place that's largely unused, the kind of location that feels empty but not completely disconnected from the world. Right from the start, his camera begins glitching and shutting off, forcing repeated restarts. Strange lines appear on the screen and seem to follow the camera no matter where he goes. After exploring the top level, he starts heading downward, and that's when he hears music coming from a hallway he walked through just 5 minutes earlier. A hallway that was completely silent.
That's creepy. That is so creepy. You said it, not me.
The music kicks in loudly and keeps going until the end of the video. What makes it unsettling is the way he describes it.
I mean, not including the paranormal possibility, it's either a hoax or someone playing a really, really screwed up prank on this guy.
Not like a speaker tucked away somewhere, but like a live orchestra playing on the floor below. At that point, he isn't thinking ghost, he's thinking someone's in here. And honestly, that's almost scarier. As he keeps moving, he starts hearing what he describes as clear voices, plus footsteps rushing down the stairs. Like someone is...
Yeah, as I said before, the living are more scary than the dead. Because, you know, at least with spirits and the paranormal, they're predictable. You know, even if they can scare you, you know, there's not really much else more they can do to you. The living can make you join the spirits.
Is moving quickly through the building. He heads down another set of stairs and stops on a landing when he hears 2 distinct bangs, sounding like they came from the 2nd floor. Then, from the 1st level, a strange automated voice echoes upward, speaking in something he describes as tongues, or possibly reversed audio. Right after that, he's hit with one of the worst gut feelings he's ever experienced and decides it's time to leave. Later that night, safe at home, he researches the building and discovers it's considered one of the most haunted historic locations in the entire state, a place people associate with heavy dark energy. And with the lights being on, it makes the whole thing even stranger. It means there could have been another person somewhere inside, or some system still running in the background. Which also means the fear of being caught wasn't paranoia, but stacked together, the camera glitching, the music starting in an area he just passed through, the bangs, the voice, it's no wonder he walked away feeling like the building didn't want him there. So what do you think was happening in there? Another person trying to freak him out in a mostly unused building, or something genuinely paranormal waking up as he moved deeper inside?
Yeah, either way, I don't think it's hoax, because, you know, he seemed genuinely freaked out.
The YouTube channel Sinabu Set P is known for exploring abandoned and genuinely creepy places from around the world. But out of everything they filmed, this might be one of their most unsettling moments. As they move through the house, it's eerie for sure.
Why does the one
Dark
with the glasses
corners,
look like
that
Michael
abandoned
Jackson?
silence, the kind of place that feels like it's watching you back. But nothing outright terrifying happens at first. Then right around 6:48, the footage takes a turn.
Oh, okay.
Did you catch it? Look at the window behind them. For a brief moment, a shadowy human-shaped figure appears in the window, and then it's gone. It's so quick you could miss it on your first watch, but once you see it, it's hard to unsee. What makes it worse is the team isn't even facing the window when it happens. Nobody reacts, nobody turns around, which means they probably didn't notice it until they reviewed the footage later. And if that's the case, imagine realizing something was right there behind you while you were completely unaware. Now, the only non-paranormal explanation that really fits is video editing. A quick, well-timed insert in the window could create this exact effect, especially since it only appears for a split second and vanishes before anyone on camera reacts. But if the clip is authentic and untouched, then it looks exactly like what people describe as a shadow person.
My only problem with that is that if people were to actually go that far to fake a paranormal sighting like that, they most of the time tend to make it to where they are aware of it, so that way they can act out a genuinely scary reaction. But, you know, that one just kind of appeared and disappeared. They didn't notice it. So, you know, it's like that was not part of the plan.
Dark figure that shows itself just long enough to be seen, then disappears like it never existed. So what do you think? Edited scare, or genuine shadow figure caught in the window? Let me know your theories in the comments. All parents want nothing but the best for their
I'm getting
child,
Terminator 2
and they'll do
vibes right
whatever
now.
it takes to put their kids first. So how would you feel if you started noticing truly disturbing stuff happening inside your child's room? TikTok user Chaos with Misty posted a video where she explains she's been recording her baby monitor anytime it detects sound or motion. She says she's doing it so she can show her husband since he's on the road, and she wants him to see what's been going on. Then she shows the monitor footage that scared her so badly she says she ran upstairs as fast as humanly possible.
Watch this video and tell me what you see. I literally ran up there so fast. There's nothing in her room. I brought her downstairs. The motion and sound detectors are still going on. I'm freaking out right now.
You can see a dark figure moving inside the room. It's quick, it's shadowy, and it's the last thing you'd want to see on a baby monitor in the middle of the night. What exactly it is, nobody knows. And that's the worst part, because your mind immediately jumps to the most horrifying possibility. A second video was posted later, this time with Misty showing the room more directly. Everything looks normal at first, and then this happens.
We have her rocking chair, her changing station, her closet with all of the stuff that we still need to put up. This is where I have everything that was gifted. I know a lot of y'all were saying check stuff that came from a thrift store or that wasn't yours, because it might be causing it. I will show you guys up here. There's nothing suspicious. There's no hair from like a rat or something that could have came in this mortar. These are still tucked in on the sides. They're still tight from somebody was trying to be underneath the blankets. I don't think that's plausible. So I don't know. I have no idea what could be causing it. Oh my God, it's rocking.
At around the 1 minute and 30-second mark, a rocking chair begins rocking back and forth all by itself. Misty yells out in shock, and the video ends right after. Could this be a hoax? It's possible, especially with baby monitor footage, where low quality and night vision can make shapes look stranger than they are. But if this is real, it has that classic haunting pattern. A figure on the monitor, then physical movement in the room after. Hopefully whatever's in that house is harmless. Because if I saw a dark figure moving near my child's room and then watched the rocking chair start rocking on its own, I don't think I'd sleep another night in peace. So what do you think? A staged scare for TikTok or something genuinely sharing that space with Misty and her daughter? Usually when you see haunted house videos online, the place is old, lived in by countless people over decades, which makes it easy to imagine who a spirit could have been. But how often do you see a haunting in a house that's basically brand new? That's what makes this TikTok from Bearded Trucker 1984 so unsettling. He says he'd been working on the house when something genuinely freaked him out. The day before, he made a delivery there and kept hearing noises upstairs, even though he was completely alone. When he told his co-workers, they didn't believe him, so he decided to record a video to prove he wasn't imagining it. And he goes out of his way to walk through the house and show there's nobody else there besides him. Then the sounds start up again.
See? Now who the hell's crazy now? Did you hear that thump? See, I'm here by myself.
Asbestos!
What the hell? See, nobody's here. What the hell was that? I'm losing my damn mind. Alright, well now I have proof.
At different points, you can clearly hear those dull bumping sounds coming from somewhere in the house. And because he's already shown the place's empty bumping sound, at different points,
Okay, is that a dead eagle or dead hawk?
at different points,
That looks like a dead something. I'm just...
you can clearly hear those dull bumps. It makes every single thud feel heavier, like something's moving just out of view. The most reasonable explanation is something structural, shifting materials, settling, pipes, vents, temperature changes, or the kind of random knocks you can get in a new build as everything sets into place. But what makes it creepy is the consistency. It isn't just one random pop. It's multiple bumps throughout the video, spaced out enough to feel deliberate. And according to the uploader, he still hasn't figured out what caused it. So what do you think? A normal, new house noise that just sounds terrifying in an empty space? Or something unseen already making itself at home? Let me know your theories in the comments. High school might be boring when you're a kid, but you still grow up thinking of it as a safe place. Classrooms, lockers, fluorescent lights, the same routines every day. But what if it isn't always that simple? YouTuber Croak posted a video back in February 2007 that shows him and two girls exploring Garland High School, claiming they're there to look for ghosts. The guy filming says he'd heard a story that at some point in the school's history, a girl passed away in the cafeteria. The three of them slowly move through the building, half nervous and half excited, and then out of nowhere, something happens that flips the whole mood instantly.
And
What the hell is that? Oh my god.
what was that noise?
Did you see it?
Did you hear that?
Oh my god, help!
What?
Oh my god. What is that?
What?
Didn't you see it?
At around the 45-second mark, you can briefly see what looks like a ghostly figure coming up the stairs. It's quick, but it's there long enough to make your stomach drop once you notice it. One of the girls asks the guy filming if he sees it. He sounds confused at first, but a second later, both him and the other girl realize what she's talking about. The second they lock onto it, they start screaming, completely losing it, and they end up falling to the ground in panic. Honestly, the whole thing feels like a scene straight out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
That sudden shift from laughing exploration to pure fear. Could it be a hoax? If it is, it most likely be someone staged at the top of the stairs and timed perfectly, or the footage being manipulated after. But if it isn't staged, then this is one of those rare, old-school YouTube clips where the reaction feels raw and the figure appears so fast it almost seems like it didn't want to be seen for long. The uploader did post other
It is
videos years
creepy.
later,
It
so
is
at least
creepy,
we
I'll say
know
that
they
much.
were fine. But he never posted any real updates about what happened here, and we're left wondering what they saw that day, and whether there's any truth to that story about the girl in the cafeteria. So what do you think happened at Garland High School? A setup, a misread shadow on a low-quality camera, or something genuinely unexplained? Let me know your theories in the comments. And that was 13 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Move on to the next one. Rick's top 5.
Jonathan Javier Molina works as
10 scary videos don't watch alone. Look at this face. You think this is the face of someone crazy enough to watch these scary videos alone in the dark with no lights on? Where the only form of human contact that I could possibly have is down here, my phone, with an empty chat room. You think I'm that crazy?
an EMT in Mendoza Province, Argentina. One night after finishing a late shift, he's sitting just inside the hospital corridor when he notices something very strange. He thinks he keeps seeing someone sitting inside his car. He pulls out his phone and starts recording, and what he captures is truly bizarre.
Estamos en este momento en el microhospital, escuchamos un golpe
Heard a bang.
y nos dimos vuelta porque dijimos, bueno, ¿quién está entrando? Cuestión de que no hay nadie atrás nuestro. Y miramos dentro del auto y dijimos,
What the
oh,
shit?
¿es el auto? ¿Qué mierda es? Lo peor de todo es que no queremos salir. O sea, no, un miedo, la puta madre. Lo peor de todo es que se mueve adentro del auto y no hay nadie. O sea, ahora vamos a ir a controlar el auto. Pero parece como si fuese un reflejo.
Hey!
La puta madre. No, huevo. Ya, salimos rápido para que vean que no es mentira. Mamá, la piel de gallina, hermano. Piel de
Got the
gallina.
chicken. He's got the
Cagazo.
chicken. But now it's gone.
Nadie. Nadie. Ya. Nadie.
Okay, then go back inside.
Montón.
It's gonna show up in his card.
Es un montón. Mierda.
Yeah, there it is again.
Y encima nos mira la puta que te parió.
That is so creepy.
No, chavo. No. Desapareció. La concha.
Jonathan films through the glass doors and spots a pale, translucent figure just sitting in the passenger seat of his car. It's faint, but the shape is clearly there. He goes outside to check, opening both the front and back doors and showing the empty interior. He even pans around to prove that no one is nearby. But after going back inside, he looks back out at his car and is shocked when whatever it is appears in his car again. This time, it seems to be staring right at him. So, did Jonathan capture a ghost outside the hospital trying to hitch a ride?
Let me just say right now, if this was faked, bravo.
And if not, then just what is this? Let me know what you think. Graveyard shift. A security guard working the overnight shift at a cemetery decides to film a quick video for his brother-in-law, just to show him how creepy the place is after dark. He heads into the on-site crematorium to do a little filming, and that's when things get weird.
Lights, they turn off automatically at a certain hour. And I'll tell you right now.
You know, I think for my next countdown video, I'm gonna gather clips from previous scare streams that genuinely scared me, and do a whole countdown of just those clips.
I'm gonna walk you through
I'm gonna do that for the next countdown video.
that he would see and hear things coming from these furnaces when they're burning the bodies. So when I'm walking through here, they usually put the urns out to send to the families. So when I'm walking here at night, I walk right by these urns that they put on these tables here. And then I come down, freaking out.
Yeah, one of them will. It's the mortuary assistant.
As he walks deeper into the room where the bodies are cremated, the audio on his phone starts to glitch. Then he freezes as he hears a sharp clinking sound from somewhere nearby. He turns the camera, and that's when he notices one of the urns, an urn that actually has someone's ashes inside, and the lid is moving. It slowly tips upward like something inside is trying to get out. And with that, he decides he's seen about enough. He starts heading for the exit when he notices movement again, this time in the doorway. The curtains are swaying even though the air in the room is still. And then, clear as day, something pushes them open from the other side. And that's it. The guard just makes a run for it. So, is something lingering inside the cemetery's crematorium? Are the spirits of the departed not really departing? Let me know. The Transparent Trespasser, a Florida live streamer named Michael, mostly posts gaming content on his social media. He's not a ghost hunter, and he's definitely never filmed anything paranormal. Until now. Michael says his mom has been complaining that something keeps waking her up by tapping on the bedroom window every morning before sunrise. He says his dad brushed it off at first because the window faces their backyard, which is surrounded by a gated and locked 7-foot fence. Nothing should be getting back there. Eventually, after hearing the complaints a few too many times, Michael's dad sets up a camera pointing out the bedroom window. What he captures chills him to his core.
Alright, look, it's starting now. The security light turns on. It picks up. And then it walks back. It's at the corner of the house. You see him walking? It's like a short guy. And then you see the trees move. Y los árboles se movió.
Y camina, o es una persona, no es una persona chiquitica, muy chiquitica.
At 4:27 a.m., long before sunrise, a small translucent figure strolls through the backyard along the tree line. Now, normally I'd just say it's a little kid and probably some bad camera compression, but something about this figure seems a bit off. It doesn't really move like a child, but more like a very small adult, maybe 3 to 4 feet tall. And also, why would a child climb a 7-foot fence at 4:27 a.m. just to wander around someone's backyard? So what did Michael's dad capture here? A spirit, a duende, a gnome, or just one very strange camera glitch? As always, you decide. Run through.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink. Blow my nose because it needs... It still needs to come out. So I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Let's do this.
Through the jungle. Over on the YouTube channel, Josh the Intern, creator Josh McCartney films his outdoor travel and adventure as he explores the world. In one video, Josh heads deep into the jungles of Sri Lanka in search of one of the country's oldest prehistoric sites, the Belalina Cave, also known as the, quote, Cannibal Cave. As Josh treks further into the jungle, two men suddenly step out from somewhere in the brush, and they begin following him. They match his pace, and they stop when he stops. Eventually, they catch up, and one of the men tells Josh that he should follow them because they, quote, want to show him something. Josh immediately gets uneasy and decides to start filming.
I've been joined by some friends. They're showing me around. Very cool. I thought it was a bit strange that as soon as I began filming, they moved out of the shot. But I tried to ignore them and stayed focused on filming the cave I'd worked so hard to reach. Yet every time I lowered the camera, they would tell me to follow them as they wanted to show me something. At this point, I did feel quite uncomfortable, but I decided to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think these guys want to show me something. All right. We going this way? But when I finally saw what they wanted to show me, everything changed. Wow. It was an abandoned house, and they wanted me to go in first. Okay, I'll follow you, after you. And at this point, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the men was moving behind me. And at that moment, my gut instinct kicked in loud and clear. Get out now. I'm just gonna get one more shot, okay? One more shot. Oh, sorry, I'm just shooting, filming, and doing more. And then I'll come, okay? I stayed calm, acted like I wasn't suspicious, and slowly walked back towards the entrance. But it seemed like they didn't want me to leave. I'll come soon. I just want to shoot this. But you go, I'll stay. And then I come later. I'm just filming everything. Okay? Okay. So I pretended to take the shot, and when I saw they were distracted, I made my move. At first, I walked at a normal pace, as off camera I had told them I'd forgotten something on the trail. But then, I heard footsteps coming after me, and that's when I ran. Oh, I'm gonna have a sit. All right, guys, so I have made it to safety. I wanted to wait until I was off the isolated road because there's only one way up and one way down to that cave. The adrenaline is rushed out of me. I ran down that mountain. That's why I'm very, very sweaty.
Josh says that in his travels in Sri Lanka, most of the people he's met have been very friendly. But this encounter just seemed different.
What I would say, is they could be extremely friendly, and they just genuinely wanted to show me something in that abandoned house, and I just so happened to walk by, and they're like, we're going up there anyway, we'll show him something. And I've had those experiences here in Sri Lanka where locals want to show me something and they're super friendly and lovely. This to me just didn't feel like that, and so I was better safe than sorry, and so I got out of there. This is a decision that I made. These guys could have been nice.
The fact that they were chasing after you started running away, they were up to no good.
And genuinely wanting to show me something, that is just not what I felt in the moment, and I've just got to trust that gut instinct, especially when I'm out there remote on my own. I've just got to trust my gut, and so that's what I did.
Now, honestly, Josh is a little more optimistic than me because I don't think there's a chance in hell that these guys were up to anything good. But hey, let me know what you think. Were these guys just being friendly? Or was Josh about 2 seconds away from something horrible? The Wax Shaman. Maria Sabina was a revered shaman and spiritual healer from Oaxaca, Mexico. Maria's fame in the West and the attention it brought upset her local community, and she suffered because of it. She was an outcast to her neighbors. Her house was burned down, and her son was killed. Maria Sabina died in poverty at the age of 90, suffering from malnutrition. As part of an exhibit on witchcraft, the Ocampo Museum in Guadalajara, Mexico displayed a very lifelike figure of Maria Sabina. But soon after it went up, visitors began to complain, saying the figure moved or even tried to grab them. The following creepy video was recorded by one of the very frightened museum visitors.
güey, qué pedo.
The wax figure of Maria Sabina appears to quickly turn its head and look directly at the man. And as you might expect, he just freaks right out.
Güey, qué pedo.
The man showed his video to museum manager Ricardo Barbosa, who posted it online, and it immediately went viral. Ricardo posted a second video to prove that the wax figure of Maria Sabina is definitely not supposed to move.
¿Qué onda, amigo? No, amigo, no manejo nada de mecatrónica. Es una figura totalmente en cera. Mira, es una pieza total, rígida, no se puede manipular. Te digo, no tiene nada. Te digo, mira, te muestro. No hay cables, no hay nada, no es un robot. Es una figura totalmente en cera.
Museum manager Ricardo Barbosa shows that the wax figure is completely solid and immovable. It contains no gears, no wires, and no motorized parts. It's just a wax figure that should not move at all. So what do you think happened here? Let me know down in the comments. Secret roommate. Haley and her...
One of two possibilities. Haunted statue or a slight gust of wind that just tilted her head slightly.
Friends are staying in an Airbnb with their moms when they discover something very strange. A secret door hidden under a rug at the bottom of the stairs.
And I wanted to like open it to see what was down there. So then I got my phone because I wanted to get a video of me going down there to like see what was down there because it was actually creepy.
Haley starts to record as they open the hidden door, revealing a dark cellar beneath the house.
We found a secret door underneath.
So it turns out someone is living down there. A woman's voice suddenly yells up at them from somewhere in the darkness.
Who got trapped down there?
We all need to check out. Okay. We need to
Now, they say they have no idea who was living in the cellar, but I have an idea. It was the owner. That's what I think. Because I featured several videos on this channel of weird people who rent out their house and then just secretly hide inside somewhere.
What the hell?
You're the people that I let the house to, right?
Yeah.
You're here on holiday?
Yeah, who are you?
I own the house. I'm Richard. Hope you don't mind. But
What the? It's a bit weird. What's happening? What's happening here?
look, this should be no problem. I'm not going to interfere with you.
But you're interfering with me now.
No.
And you where's your clothes gone? Where's your clothes?
They're in the washing machine.
So, next time you stay at an Airbnb, just be aware that the creepy owner might just be living inside there with you. And that is truly disturbing. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. Living doll. TikTok user Chiki Chica says that her granddad collects old antique dolls and mannequins, something that really creeps her out when she goes to visit her grandparents. One night, she's busy on her laptop in a room full of those old dolls, when suddenly she sees something that chills her to her core.
This thing just moved.
I don't give a damn. Seriously, that kind of looks like Walter. young version of Walter. I remember that it's going to hit even more towards her. Back.
There's a saying involved, there's no pictures of the store car. You're down, you don't care if it's like $5 you just happy that you moved to 202. The injury to Parsons and anything at this point, he just let life go unsure. I'm obsessed. What that means is even if it's trouble, but it feels a lot better. Much more involved in taking on.
Are you real? You can do it again. I won't watch.
At first, Chica is freaked out by the creepy doll and walks out of the room, and the door just slowly swings shut behind her. But she goes back in and tries to get the doll to move again, and it does. In the mirror, you can clearly see the doll's hand move across its knee. But did you see it? Just before the doll's hand moves, a strange shadow passes across the wall, moving toward the old doll. So is this bizarre old antique doll haunted by the spirit of one of its former owners? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I think it's haunted.
You decide. Pulled under. In Indonesia, a little girl named Zaina and her brother are playing in their bedroom as the family security camera quietly records. But as the little girl crawls across the floor, something seems to pull her. Zaina's mother, who was away at work, later watches the security footage back as she records her horrified reaction.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Ayah, demi Allah, kayak ada yang nyeret Jena. Demi Allah, demi Allah. Demi Allah, kayak ada yang nyeret Jena. Bener-bener, astagfirullahaladzim. Nggak yang jelas. Nih, di depan. Ini mau kendaraan. Demi Allah, kalau ada yang nyeret, sumpah demi Allah. Bukan dia pergi. Abang Asli. Siapa nih? Kita enggak.
The little brother just kinda lies there staring at his phone as his sister seems to be slowly dragged under the bed. Zaina starts screaming, whether in pain or fear, it's hard to tell, but her brother barely reacts. Eventually, he calls for help and their grandmother rushes in, but even she can't pull the little girl out. A nearby neighbor hurries in to help, and the two of them actually have to lift the entire bed. Finally, the grandmother manages to free terrified little Zaina and pulls her into her arms. Their mother, whose shocked voice can be heard on the video, says she has no idea what to make of it. She genuinely believes that something pulled her daughter under that bed. But what do you think? Scary videos. This is the place for weird or silly videos, or actually this week it's ones that didn't quite fit the regular list, but are still creepy in their own way. First up, a young woman named Lexi is just hanging out at home with her dog. Nothing unusual. But her black lab suddenly locks onto something across the room. Something truly bizarre. So this video was sent to me a couple of hundred times in email and on TikTok, and some of the people in the video comments are just straight up freaking right out. But it turns out that this is just a Christmas decoration doing what it do, because it's actually designed to move like that. Freaking the out of the family dog is just a bonus. This next video is something that some people seem to think might actually be paranormal, so I'll just put it here and leave that up to you. Kath Noel hears eerie laughter coming from her baby monitor. She goes to check and sees this. The little girl just seems to wake up laughing maniacally and staring at the nanny cam. Now, there's no denying that this clip is creepy as hell, but I'm just gonna write this one off to, babies do weird shit. Thank you. In the video comments, people mentioned that Kath wondered if they should call a priest. This person says, I'm a priest, don't call me. Another popular video comment is, move immediately, leave the child. And then someone just simply posted this lovely picture of someone throwing a baby. Anyway, that's all for this week. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back again next week.
Okay, boss. All right. Now we've come to the grand finale. Depths of Despair. 5 scary ghost videos to infiltrate your skeptical beliefs.
The Airbnb. The next video was taken on November the 14th of 2025. A woman named Sydney was staying at an Airbnb with her dog for a weekend wedding. And at first everything was normal, until she started noticing some strange behavior from her dog. Her dog would randomly stop on the same part of the stairs and just stare at it repeatedly during different times of the day, every day.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. Again, she's been doing this ever since we got here, every single day. It's usually at different times, so it'll be pretty sporadic on when she does this. But the first time my sister actually, when she was out running an errand with my niece, she came home and she was like, oh my god, what is she doing right now? And I ran over from the kitchen, and literally this is her. Like, she's just standing here kind of sniffing around, just very, very focused, and very like something is definitely making her like very interested. Like, she just seems so like locked in on these stairs. It was super weird. But then I started noticing it too, like at random times of the day and night. So here's another clip that I got of her doing it. This is when I had seen her like walk over to the stairs, and then I was in the living room watching TV, and there she is again, just back at it, just sniffing around, kind of standing there. And then this clip right here, this one really freaked me out. So I kind of knew that it was happening because it had gotten really quiet. She left my side. I was in my room in bed, about to go to sleep, and I just, lo and behold, see her, like, walk over and see her. And she was so locked into the stairs this time around. It was so spooky, guys. Like, honestly, I
After seeing her dog here all the time, viewers suggested she check under the rug to see if anything is there. But when she lifts it up, everything seems normal. After a while, she realizes what may possibly be the cause for her dog staring so intently down at the stairs.
Okay, so I think I figured out why my dog just is always hanging out right here. So I just found a door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I think it's something that's underneath. So I tried to check, but the door is locked. Obviously it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up, but so yeah, I don't think that it's what's on the stairs, like what I initially thought. I think it's what's below.
It's the owner of the house.
I want to find out at this point.
Right at the base of the stairs at the back, she discovers a door that leads down into the basement and believes this is what her dog is actually fixated on when she freezes on the stairs. It's the basement below the stairs, but the door is locked and she isn't able to get it open. She then notices the gap under the door is big enough to put her phone under, so she sticks it under to record. Then this happens.
So this is the switch. You guys can see the light is on right there. I wonder if it's... Just, can you imagine there's something right behind the door? Oh my god. Did that just happen?
As she puts her phone under, you can see there is nobody there on the other side. Then the moment she retracts it, something twists the doorknob from the other side. Freaked out, Sydney runs around the corner. Later on, she started hearing noises and captured something utterly terrifying.
Me, my sister, my niece, we're renting out this Airbnb for a wedding this weekend, and we were just out walking my dog. And when we came in, we heard Jesus Christ.
Footsteps can be heard walking on the stairs. Then when she turns around to look, her dog's leash suddenly shoots up into the air without warning. After watching this terrifying footage, she quickly sent it over to her landlord and asked if anybody else was living here, although it was clear by what happened with her dog that this is more than just a mere person.
Okay, so I sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb, and hold on, let me turn on the light. Okay, I sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb asking, like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because there's a room under the stairs that we can't get into. It's locked, so I didn't know. And basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week. So okay, kind of feel relieved in a way, because I think it would be really weird and kind of creepy if there were people staying there as well that we didn't know about. But yeah, he didn't seem worried at all about it, so we'll see.
But the creepiness doesn't stop there. The very next night, something even worse happens.
Really?
Watch closely.
Scary. Okay. Okay, every time we've knocked before, this doorknob would turn a little bit.
This is nuts, man. Wait for it.
As she holds the phone just far enough to reach under the door, something snatches it from her and pulls it back far enough for it to slowly topple down the stairs and reach the bottom without stopping on any of the steps. The weird thing is that the phone actually stopped moving after it was pulled away and was still for a few seconds, then it suddenly fell down the steps as if it were pulled back again. Even scarier, after the phone lays flat at the bottom, it suddenly rotates on its own. Then, like something straight out of a horror movie, the phone spins and stands up to point towards the basement door all on its own, before falling flat again. Immediately after this, she notifies the host about what happened, and eventually he comes over to unlock the door and retrieve her phone. Now, using her sister's phone, she records this.
But there's no reason for me to go down there. But I'm waiting to start hearing things from coming underneath my house. That's it. I'm out of here. Go under the door. Okay, well, door 2 is going to be there.
Thank you.
Somehow the phone had been pulled back through the large space leading down to the first step and ended up all the way at the bottom of the stairs. The landlord didn't seem worried after she sent the video and told him perhaps he knows more about this than he's letting on. But either way, the question remains, just what is going on inside this Airbnb? Like many videos, this one remains a mystery. Dragged under. On November the 20th of 2025, a able to pull the girl out from an abandoned house with his construction.
I'm skipping that one because we already saw it earlier in Nick's Top 5's video.
A construction worker was working in an abandoned house with his boss, just doing some remodeling, when all of a sudden things take a creepy turn. Watch closely.
Gente, aquí estamos. Ahora vamos para este cuarto que llevo un rato escuchando cantazos y eso. Uy. Hay algo que está sonando por ahí, brother. A ver, ¿qué fue eso? Compi. No, papá. No, chacho. Hay algo que... Compi. Mira, tú escuchas eso, ¿verdad? No, yo estoy asustado ya, compi. Hay algo que lleva rato sonando allá adentro y de momento, ¡pam!, dieron un cantazo.
Ya te digo que tú eres de estos que son cobardes, que te imaginas cosas, bro.
No, chacho, yo no puedo imaginar eso, compi. Y en el cuarto ese, que llevo rato escuchando cantar y pensaba que eras tú, y cuando yo vine a ver, tú estabas ahí tranquilo, recogiendo algunas cositas, y me, chacho, sentí como si me hubieran tocado. No, chacho, yo estoy que no puedo ni hablar.
Por la nochecita.
No, yo no veo películas de esas ya, compi. Vamos ahora en este, compi, en este. Escucha cómo suena. ¿Tú estás escuchando eso? Por eso, yo creo que yo desde lejos, yo, si acaso. Sí, estoy temblando, compi, yo no sé qué vaya. Cuidado, compi, que si yo veo algo estaba cogiendo, tú sabes cómo es esto. No. Hija. Pero qué caramba es eso. ¿Y cómo tienen esa muñeca así? Como si estuvieran mirando para abajo. Ay, bendito Dios, y sonando ya. Verla, me siento un calentón en este cuarto, compi, no vea. Pero sigue sonando solo. No, y se mueve y todo. Ay, compi, ¿no?
Eso es lo que, eso a lo mejor fueron los que eran dueños por hacer la maldad o algo, alguien vino a hacer la maldad, compi. Y por eso tú no te puedes poner a darle 20 a eso, porque eso son boberías.
Sí, no.
¿Y ya te lo ves aquí?
Que bajo ya, que...
Y ahí mira una computadora, ¿verdad? Por esto hay que sacarlo para botarlo.
Compi, ¿pero qué es eso, compi?
¿Ah?
Mira, compi se movió. Compi se está moviendo, compi, ¿oíste?
Bueno, ¿no será el viento?
No, si aquí no hay viento, compi.
Pero un muñeco feo.
Mira para allá.
Inside one of the rooms in the building, a song can be heard playing on its own. Then a sudden bang startles him, so he gets his boss to come and look with him. And they realize it's coming from inside the closet. When they open it, they see a strange, creepy plushie doll with a baby face printed on it that begins to move, and then just suddenly shoots towards them. Afterwards, he didn't want to continue working on this house. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one. Nowhere to go. A woman named Rosanna bought and moved into a new house in France, and ever since then strange things started happening around the place, and now Rosanna is stuck there unable to afford moving out, and is currently going through a legal process against the landlord to settle the matter. But until then she has nowhere to go and is forced to stay in this house alone. Rosanna explains that she always leaves the lights on to go to sleep, but ends up waking up with them off. Well, one night she wakes up to something utterly horrifying.
Celui qui, demain, sous l'abri du Très-Haut, repose à l'abri du Tout-Puissant. Je dis à l'Éternel.
She wakes up to something utter.
I gotta see that again. There was no build up to that. There was no build up. It just threw us straight into the black smoke of hell.
Really horrifying.
God help us on that one.
Celui qui, demain, sous l'abri du Très-Haut, repose à l'abri du Tout-Puissant. Je dis à l'Éternel, mon refuge et ma forteresse, mon Dieu en qui je me Seigneur. Et c'est de fouillard de ce bleu.
A black mist seems to fill her hallway and slowly comes spreading into her room, until suddenly disappearing after she turns the lights on. A few weeks later, something downright chilling happens.
That wasn't chilling enough. That wasn't chilling enough.
Rosanna says that there are only 2 people living in her condo, her and her downstairs neighbor, an elderly woman who tends to avoid her. Rosanna always thought she was a little bit strange but didn't think much of it. However, late one night she hears rattling at her front door when this happens.
Arrêtez! Arrêtez! Vous voulez quoi? Arrêtez! Parlez, merde!
Something rattles aggressively at her door. Not knowing who or what it could be, she decides to ignore it, and it stops. But around 3:47 a.m., it returns and she captures this.
Je n'en peux plus. Je n'en peux plus. Bon allez, j'appelle les flics. 4 heures du matin. T'arrives. Elle est dans le noir. Elle est dans le noir. Putain. Je vais péter un câble. Je vais péter un câble. C'est quoi ces yeux? C'est pas ces yeux. Non, 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 non. Non, 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 non. C'est pas ses yeux.
Nothing but black is seen through the peephole. Then as she opens the door, a creepy face can be seen peeking through. So she quickly shuts the door again. What makes this all the more creepy is that on top of the strange behavior late at night, the woman also has extremely dilated black eyes, making Rosanna and many viewers think she might be possessed, and possibly linked to all the strange things that have been happening inside Rosanna's house for nearly the past 2 years. She now plans to talk to her during the day when she next runs into her, but I'll let you draw your own conclusions on this one. If you have any video recommend.
I'm so glad we're on the last one. I'm so glad that we're on the last one. Oh my
Recommendations, you
God.
can send them over to depthsofdespairbusiness@gmail.com or tag us on TikTok at depthsofdespairyt. The Mask. In the following video, a man lives alone with his cat Loki and has been hearing small strange sounds for a while. He has an old African mask in his possession that he bought at a car boot sale, along with another mask that he sold afterwards. He has had this mask for about a year now, but he has only kept it inside his house for the last few months. But just recently, the activity in his house has been getting stronger. On November the 18th of 2025, he makes a video to show the mask up close, when something chilling is captured. Take a look.
A few people wanted to see the mask up close, so here it is. It's a big chin. Yeah, you can see inside. It's all, you can see where it's been carved out with a tool. Just about to see the markings there, with a chisel. And it has a really weird smell to it. Kind of like a burnt kind of wood, musty wood smell. But I've no idea how old it is. Not a clue. I'm not gonna say super old, but No, I think it's got a bit of age to it. Could be wrong. If anyone's got any opinions on this after they've seen it up close, what kind of mask it is, how old it might be, no expert. But
what?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know. Well, that's not freaky, is it? Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck's sake. Tripping over stuff now. Hello? Hello? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, guys. I'm watching this video. I'm focusing on, you know, looking up at the stairs, waiting to see what happens. The sound of my daughter talking in her sleep just about made me jump out of my chair. Oh my god.
Everyone's been saying, why have you got the lights off all the time? The landing light does not work, right? There's no bulb in this light. Because usually, I ain't fucking scared of going upstairs. But I'm doing this because I just want to try and prove to you all there's nobody in this fucking house but me.
How can you prove it if we can't see what's in front of us?
This is. That's fucking with me.
Oh! Oh my god!
What?
Oh, you fucking hell. There was a figure in the window. There was a fucking silhouette in the window.
Noises can be heard coming from around the house. Then something upstairs, and when he goes to look, what looks like a dark figure can be seen standing there through the window, which causes him to run back downstairs. He then decides to set up a security camera monitoring the living room where the mask is, and shortly after, it captures this.
Ah, down there, okay.
An object in one of the cabinets moves on its own, then the reflection of a shadow can be seen moving through the corner of the picture frame. The very next night, he hears a strange sound coming from downstairs, so he pulls his phone out to record it, and this is what he caught.
This clip we already saw in the Spooks video.
Yes, and a spoon flies. The activity keeps getting worse and more frequent, and he is now considering if he should get rid of the mask or not. But until then, things may continue. But if you want to see the story about a girl who experienced an exorcism next door, you're gonna want to watch this video. Trust me, you haven't seen a video like this.
I got nothing to say. I have absolutely nothing to say. I just there'd be some creepy ass shit going on in some of these videos, and I want nothing to do with it. Just no, thank you. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you're new, because it helps me out. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully, it won't be that long. Take care, everyone. God bless. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'll see you next year. Bye-bye.